Hello guys, it's been a long time. I keep thinking I'm gonna upload a video and then I chicken out and the anxiety gets the best of me, but I'm out back with Miss Bella and my puppy. We're walking around the backyard so she can do her business, and so I thought I'd do this. I kinda had a health scare with my husband last night. This man never goes to the doctor because he's never sick. Don't even go in for a physical, so he really doesn't have a doctor, but his blood pressure got sky high last night, so I took him to the ER, and they got his blood pressure down, and it started out as one of his typical seasonal allergy attacks, and for some reason snowballed. He started having anxiety and high blood pressure. He went to urgent care and they just gave him allergy medicine. The nurse said something about his blood pressure being high and he didn't know what it was, so that kind of set him off too, and I think that probably raised his blood pressure as well, even more than it was. So yeah, we ended up in the emergency room, and that scares me because I'm on the fence about this whole thing. First of all, it's so hard to get into the doctor since Obamacare, and nobody seems to give a flying fuck. It's all about giving people shit for free. Everybody wants free healthcare. Well, you know what? Yeah, that would be fan-fucking-tastic, but it can't happen. It seriously can't happen. It does cost a lot of money to become a doctor, to go through school and all that, so I don't understand why. Damn it, Bella. Bella's running after a squirrel. I take her off the leash, but then she just stands there and stares at me. Like, why am I not on this leash? It's freaking me out. Anyway, when I was pregnant with my first son, I didn't have any health care. I couldn't afford it through my employer, or my employer didn't offer it. I was working minimum wage jobs or whatever. My husband couldn't get through his employer because his employer was, a small business, like a mom and pop thing, and they didn't offer it. So I had to be on Medicaid for my first pregnancy, and of course they kicked me off of Medicaid 6 months after my son was born. So I went, years without health insurance. I ended up sick and in the ER. And a couple of times, one summer, I just kept getting dehydrated. I was working 2 jobs, taking care of a newborn baby and drinking a lot of Mountain Dew. But the emergency room bills, 24 years ago, without insurance, was like $250, which, at the time seemed like a lot of money. But now it's like, fuck, if I could go to the ER for $250, that would be great. Now it costs $100, and that's if you have insurance. But anyway, and then you get a bill on top of that. I had a seizure about 3 years ago and spent 3 days in the hospital, and even with insurance, that cost me an arm and a leg that I had to pay on. And I probably still owe money on it, but I haven't received any statements, so I really don't know. Probably went to collections by now. But, I don't know. It's a horrible, vicious circle that even if you have insurance, it's still going to cost you money. Prescriptions are fucking outrageous to get. My husband has food allergies on top of seasonal allergies, and I remember years ago when my kids were still little, I actually got him a free EpiPen from the doctor's office. Now, if I want to get him an EpiPen for that rare occasion when he might eat out somewhere where they serve fast or seafood, I can't even do that. It's $600 for an EpiPen. Why? That's what the real issue is. I don't give a fuck what Roseanne Barr says. I don't give a fuck how many Diet Cokes the president drinks. We've already proven Russia's a bullshit story. Why don't we address the real issues, the ones that are affecting the middle class and the lower middle class and the, people who are too poor to fend for themselves, but too rich to get state assistance, like for Medicaid. I work with this old lady who can't get Medicaid even. She has one dependent child, but even that doesn't qualify her for. Her daughter has it, thank God, but she can't get Medicaid. Why? Because she works. Therefore, she ought to be able to afford to get health insurance through the employer. Well, guess what? We work for fast food. Yeah, they offer health insurance, but it costs literally it will cost her literally her entire paycheck just to cover herself. She'd be working for health insurance. That's a problem that needs to be fixed. Used to be a time when you could call your doctor when you were sick and get in that day. Now you gotta wait 2 weeks to even get into a doctor, and if you're an established patient. God forbid if you're not established anywhere. Doctors are now overwhelmed now. You know? I don't know. I'm just sick of it. We need to stand up for ourselves now. We need to stop being scared, I guess. But it's scary because your whole life could be ruined. Take Roseanne, for example. Her whole life fucking ruined over a damn tweet. It's fucking ridiculous. Should have never been blown up. And I agree, though. The woman did. If you put that woman's picture next to Planet of the Apes lady, they do look a lot alike. And the Planet of the Apes lady is very pale anyway. And since when are all apes and monkeys black people? That hasn't been a fucking thing since, what, the 50s? Christ's sakes. We're traveling back in time instead of moving forward. I'm just done. Alright, I'm just done. I guess that's it, guys. I'm gonna go in the house and go make some fucking coffee and, you know, do life. My husband got in next Thursday, but he's gonna run out of his meds Tuesday, so I guess we'll see how Wednesday and Thursday go for him. This whole thing fucking sucks. Just sucks. But there will be later days. There will be later days. Alright. Peace out. Later days.